The second DLC pack for WWE 2K25, the Dunk and Destruction pack, is now available. Today we're going to go through it along with some of the changes from the latest patch. We're also going to have a look at some of the new content as well. Initially, when the Dunk and Destruction pack was first announced, only two superstars, Abyss and the Great Khali, were officially featured. However, there were 5 people in the pack. The other 3 were NBA stars, and over the past couple of weeks leading up to the pack's release, these were revealed to be Shaquille O'Neal, Tyrese Haliburton and Jalen Brunson. So let's take a look at this DLC content, starting with Abyss. Of course, Abyss has never appeared in the WWE under this persona. However, the man behind the mask, Chris Park, is actually a producer within WWE. The Abyss character was more known for appearing within TNA. Abyss enters with flames pyrotechnics and is wearing his iconic black gear. He also enters to Down in the Catacombs, his theme from his time in TNA. Abyss is rated 85 within WWE 2K25. You will notice as well that Abyss does have a signature weapon that you can pull from the ring, named Janice. It's a black 2x4 with nails sticking out of it. Moving on to the Great Khali. This is the heel version of Khali and it sees him wearing his black ring gear. The Great Khali's entrance starts with him raising his arms on the stage before making a slow walk to the ring. Once he gets there, he'll stride over the top rope before raising his arms up again in the centre of the ring. It's been 10 years since he last featured in a WWE game, with his last appearance being in WWE 2K15. This year's game sees the Great Khali have an in-game overall of 86. We'll take a look at the NBA stars next, starting with Shaquille O'Neal. Like everybody featured so far, he is wearing black gear, and when Shaq makes his way to the ring, he'll stand on the stage, stare out to the crowd, beat his chest a couple of times before making a slow walk towards it. Shaq has an overall rating of 91, which is actually quite surprising considering he's only ever had 2 matches, one being at WrestleMania 32 as part of a Battle Royal and the other being in AEW. When Shaq does get to the ring, he'll stride over the top rope, stand in the centre of it with his arms out, pyrotechnics will go off behind him and he'll say the words, "Are you not entertained?" Tyrese Haliburton enters the WWE arenas to some initial pyrotechnics. When he makes his appearance on the stage, he has his arms out and he's wearing a black t-shirt with Tyrese 317 written on it. Haliburton will react to the crowd several times as he makes his way down the aisle, and when he gets near the ring, he'll pose again, beating the floor and spreading his arms out to more pyrotechnics behind him. Tyrese Haliburton is rated 87 overall in WWE 2K25. The final inclusion in this pack is Jalen Brunson. His entrance is the most energetic of anyone's in this DLC. He's wearing a custom WWE style shirt and sunglasses as part of his entrance gear. And he does his signature 3-point celebration on the stage. This triggers some fire. Brunson will keep the hype going as he makes his way towards the ring. He's got an overall of 85, and once he gets to the ring, he'll do a similar pose to the one he did on the stage. One thing to note about all of these NBA stars is that they're not available to be edited within Create a Superstar, as they're not available to be selected on the selection screen. All of them though do come with a signature weapon, that being the basketball, which you can pull from under the ring and throw at your opponents. As with the other DLCs, these new superstars do come with MyFaction cards. They're all ruby grade. Abyss is rated 84 and has Sting Like a Bee, Endurance, Merciless Opportunist and Unstoppable as his badges. The Great Khali is also rated 84, has Sting Like a Bee, Merciless Opportunist and Rage as his badges. Jalen Brunson is 81 rated with Crosshairs, Dive Bomber and Adrenaline. Adrenaline is also used by Tyrese Haliburton along with Anaconda and Always See It Coming. Tyrese Haliburton is also rated 81. Like with the main DLC, Shaq is the highest rating of the NBA stars within MyFaction. He's rated 83 and has Sting Like a Bee, Locomotion and Endurance as his badges. This isn't all for the new content though. According to the Ringside report that's linked in the video description, some new arenas have also been added. There's also further content added to the island as part of Chapter 3. If you've purchased the Bloodline edition of WWE 2K25, you'll now have access to the WrestleMania 41 arenas. I say arenas, there's two of them. One with red lighting for night 1 and one with blue lighting for night 2. Also, as part of the 1.16 update, you'll have access to the Crown Jewel arena. This is a free addition as part of the patch update. One arena though does seem locked behind the island, that being the WrestleMania X7 arena, which was included as a playable arena in previous games. Chapter 3 of the island does see some new unlockable content, which includes the sword and the Cody Rhodes bot. There's also 3 new unlockables that you'll get by playing through the Alexa Bliss quest. These being the Firefly Funhouse version of Alexa, which is an alternate attire to her current in-game model, a playable version of Lily, as well as an older version of Nikki Cross. Chapter 3 of the island also includes an NBA x WWE collaboration, which will give exclusive cosmetic items to the player. Also added as part of the 1.16 patch update are a few new Persona cards, these being a 1999 version of Triple H complete with chainmail, a 2025 version of Roman Reigns, and an Elite action figure version of Jade Cargill. While we're on the subject of Elite figures, it has been reported that the Elite Cody Rhodes is now missing from the selection screens. And if you somehow try to play against the action figure of Cody, it won't load in at all. With this new DLC, obviously the superstars will come with some new moves, animations and victory scenes, but one that's been added is a victory motion for Aleister Black. It's not assigned to any superstar by default, and Aleister Black doesn't feature in WWE 2K25, but he has recently returned to WWE TV, so potentially could be added in an update. This wouldn't be unusual, as 2K have done this before back in 2K23 when they added Michin, then known as Mia Yim, as part of a free update. And the final addition is actually on the main menu. You'll now see a button prompt at the bottom of your screen that when pressed will show you all of the additional content that you've downloaded. This menu wasn't available in previous versions of the game, so if you don't see it, you'll need to update. There's a lot there, but that's everything in the Dunk and Destruction DLC pack and the accompanying patch. Do you think WWE should include people like NBA stars in the future, just because they may be fans of the product? Or do you think that these DLC slots should be used for talent who maybe just didn't make the original cut? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you want more content within WWE 2K25, stay tuned to the channel because there'll be plenty more of it coming in the future.